trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, for the record, for the record, for the record. Been a little too nice for y'all. Now I gotta outprice for y'all. Snake eyes on ice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. A6 all the hay. I'm working the ball today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the balls, I'm flipping the all record, I still count wins when they got it. All record, I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. All record deals. Tell them truck the college for the quote. All record, I still want the act, not the ghost. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, 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 for the record.
At Clyde Ironworks, every bite starts from scratch. Fried ravioli, onion rings, wood-fired pizza, in-house beers, steak stone sizzling, pasta, pretzels, cannoli, all made by hand. Clyde Ironworks, where food was made from scratch.
I always have to have it on hand, or in my pocket, or in my car where I knew where it was. Because if I didn't know where it was, I'd panic. But that was in the beginning. And in my head, like as time went on, if I lose it or if I can't find it or I misplaced it, I'll just be like, it pops up whenever it pops up. But in the back of my mind, it's more of like, oh my God, I need it. Like, I need to find it. But in hindsight, it's just more of like, if it comes back. If it doesn't, then it was meant to be, and it's a sign that I should stop. Unfortunately, I'm one of those people who don't learn until I go through it. Just know that every year it gets harder to quit. And every year you start to feel the effect.
with me today. We're gonna have a good time. You've convinced me. I'm ready to switch my account. Oh my gosh. Specific answer. They're learning quick. Can we Google it? Whatever. Okay.
All business
He's a quick
assets.
study.
There's so many words I want to say. Be careful. It is a love story, too.
You bet it is.
Fair.
I wasn't done.
Ask the questions that you think are silly. Thank you for joining. Bye.
We only have had e-cigarettes since 2012 or 2011. So it's only been a decade, a little over a decade, and we're getting different chemicals that we don't know enough about, which will probably cause us a lot of issues in the future.
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong, except when you add a new footlong sidekick, like the boss with a new footlong cookie. This might be my favorite sidekick ever. What?
Every epic footlong deserves a perfect sidekick.
Vaping has almost become like an obsession, addiction.
I always have to have it on hand.
It's got to be where I know where it is.
If I didn't know where it was, I'd panic.
I stopped pretty quick because I didn't really get the enjoyment I thought I would get out of it.
I've had friends who have used it, and it's a struggle for them.
Find your passion. Find your people. Find your purpose. Find your superior.
At Clyde Ironworks, every bite starts from scratch. Fried ravioli, golden and crisp. Onion rings, battered fresh and fried to perfection. Wood-fired pizza, made from dough we craft each morning. Beer brewed in-house, steak stone sizzling, pasta tossed fresh to order. Warm pretzels, fresh-filled cannoli. Nothing frozen, nothing fake. Just passion, patience, and heat. Clyde Ironworks, where food is made from scratch.
And welcome back to UW Superior here at the Mertz Gymnasium. And we're going to get set here for game number 2 here today. First game, UWS continued that streak as they made their 28th consecutive win over Crown. And they won that earlier game 25-12, 25-14, 25-17 in 3 straight. A little bit different test here for this afternoon's game as they'll be taking on a MIAC champion right now as they have successfully defended and are the champions of the regular season to secure their number 1 seed for the playoffs. And that is the St. Olaf women's team. And they come in with a 23-7 record. They're 10-0 in the conference. And that was Gustavus Adolphus was 9-1. Their only loss, which fell to St. Olaf as well. So with that, a very well-rounded team that comes in. And you got a whole host of people to watch. But for this St. Olaf team, you're going to be watching Mesa Kraus is going to be, or Mesu Krause. And with that, she comes in with 305 kills. And then you also have Evelyn Kreft. She with 261. And then you got number 27 today will be Lila Van Skoy. And so she coming in with 249. So with that, you look on digs, it's kind of a odd number to look at, but you're watching somebody that puts in a lot of time, and that is going to be, you're probably going to hear her name plenty. That will be number 20. That is Morgan Ryan, and she has 677 digs this season so far. So it'll be an interesting team to watch. As a good contest here for the Jackets as they will be now preparing for the UMAC playoffs, which that will be starting on Wednesday. And they will be waiting to find out who that team they will be playing will be. I lost my other sheet. There it is. It'll be November 12th. Well, it looks like that will be Bethany Lutheran is who I have listed. But I think on the website it kind of, maybe as of right now, but on the website it didn't have anything really definitive just as of yet. But it will be 7 o'clock right here at the Mertz on Wednesday, November 12th. The winner of that will move on to the championship, which will be on Saturday at 5 p.m. So that place will be determined yet. But nonetheless, this is what the Jackets are working for here now as we get towards the end of this season. You know, we just got done celebrating the seniors of this UWS team, and they came off a nice, well-rounded. A lot of players getting some time there against Crown as well, getting some good play there from all the bigs up on the front line. But the Jackets come in now with that win. They're 20-10 overall, 9-3 in conference, and with that, this game should be a really, really good test. The last time these two teams have played, it's been a while since these two have matched up. The last game was back on September 3rd of 2019, so you're kind of going back a few years. And St. Olaf defeated them 3-0 in that matchup. And currently they are on a little bit of a losing streak. Yeah, so with that, it's Jackets are only 1-10 against St. Olaf. So with that, a good opportunity to put a different notch in the stats page of that. And so again, we're just glad to have you here today on Yellow Jacket TV. Lots of stuff going on for those that are just tuning in. And there is plenty happening here. 8 different, now we're down to 7 different events going on here for the Yellow Jackets. We'll touch them all as we get set for the introductions here for today's contest. We'll turn this over to the PA announcer and get those names in. Starters for today's contest, and national anthem has already been played, so we are ready to go here as we get set for game number 2 here today at the Mertz. Like I said, second game here is the Jackets looking to defend this home court against a very good St. Olaf squad. Jackets are in their black. Visiting team will be in gray, as talked with Matt Johnson, the big sound Matt Johnson, as he'll be over doing the UWS men's soccer championships over at the SCCU Stadium. And he a alumni of St. Olaf, and we were just talking about that a little before he went to the soccer game, just about his experiences and in me in my day job being able to do some work with St. Olaf, and so it's been kind of neat just talking about some of those pieces here, tying it all together. As Colleen Claude to lead off here, the opening serve, that is going to catch the wind and carry out of play. As that first serve, a little bit of nervous energy on it, as playing that one to the black line. Service there, and starting here for, well, these will be tough numbers to read, as they get that is number 3, that's Paige Christofferson. And she'll draw the ace to take to a 2-0 lead. Knuckleball to the back row. Claude sets Hunter on the partial block. Quickly back the other way. They push that. It's going to go long and out of play. Give me the numbers a little hard to read. Here, the light yellow on the gray sweatshirts or playing jerseys. Quick set right up the middle, and now it's going to be played out of the back row. That was Wilberg that got the self-defect, being able to defend herself on that one. And she'll be back to serve here. Is tied 2-2 as we are underway here. Tipped over the top, and that's going to beat the coverage. And that is going to be number 2. That was Carly Beckstrand on the tip over. Jackets in song down here on the court side. They come back. That's a big hit there. That is going to be played there by Holbein. She's got a lot of power, has some ups, and she can rise. Boy, look out. Hunter on the serve. Back set. Blocked up front, and that is going to hit the antenna, and so it'll be out of play. So here on the serve is number 20. That is Morgan Ryan, which I mentioned before, with over 600 digs this season. That's a very active player. That one's going to carry him long, and then it'll be tipped over there by Smith. But it'll be a lift here on the Jackets. Ryan here on the serve, leading 5-3. Plays that one on the short side. Back set. Big hit. That is going to go long for Jones. It's Caitlin Jones, a sophomore from Bloomer. Former Blackhawk. Ryan on the serve. Plays that to the back. Herring's pass is going to be a little off the mark, but Holbein there goes to the back corner. It'll be dug there. They play it across, and that's going to be just long. That was going to be close because Wilberg was tracking that way, but wasn't going to be able to get there as it went just long. So coming in will be Marina Sager. Back to serve here will be Gabby Schwartz. Always play it across. Schwartz comes back near side. Holbein, not a bad choice, as that one will be buried inside the back line. And Schwartz here on the serve, trailing 5-6. A little running jump serve, a high play. Ryan will play it to the outside. That one rolled over. Good coverage there by Herring. Holbein goes cross court. Quick set, and with that is going to be down. And with that, we're going to have to see what that number was. I think that was number 7. That was Dory Holby or Hobby, excuse me, Dory Hobby. Tipped over there by Sager. She played it on one side of the net and made it all the way to the other side. Ryan keeps that alive. Down the line. Kept alive there now by the Jackets. That was Savannah Herring that dug that one out. Quick set up front for Smith. Block dug by Herring. Good scramble here by the Olies here for a moment, and then they're going to get the kill. As they go to the outside, that is number 22, Evelyn Kreft. Kreft, one of those big hitters here for St. Olaf. They're leading 8-5 down the line. That will go just wide for Holbein. Make it 9-5. That one played forward, kept set for Smith, blocked up front. That's a combo block up there. That is going to be number 7. That is Hobby and Kreft on the combo block up there to get the 10th point, 10-5 to double up here on the Jackets. Herring will get that in the air, played across. Holbein through the block, and that will be a side out here to the Yellow Jackets. Coming back in will be Sydney Bader back to the front row. Holbein on the serve. That one through the middle on the block. Come back. Bader blocked up front. That was Van Scoy on the block to get the side out here for the Olies. They lead 11-6. That one is going to be long, and it was not by much. Holbein on the move, able to eye that one up. Herring on the serve, as she'll have the ace. So bring it back to 8-11. Van Scoy on the kill attempt, dug there. Now they come back. You can tell how close this is getting now. Bader on the kill attempt. That will be touched and out of play. Herring will remain on the serve, trailing here 9-11. Herring serve goes to the back, played there by Ryan. Pass to the outside, tipped over, and two Jackets are going to collide. Holbein was slow to get up there for a moment, but looks to be okay. Her and Herring collided. St. Olaf back up by 3. Crowd still kind of filtering in here. Quick set, that one dug out of the back row. They go outside. That is a different approach. That is for sure. That is number 9. That is Cruzy. Mesu Cruzy. She kind of gets almost a roundhouse on it. I think Jackets might have a hard time deciding where she's going with that. That one is going to be touched on the block and out of play, and that will go down for Van Scoy. And they'll make it 14-9. Head coach Lynn Dietrich in her 23rd season here at UWS. We'll take a timeout here as they'll discuss that. And while we're discussing that, let's us discuss a few things. And what about your Yellow Jackets fan gear? You can get that by visiting the Yellow Jacket apparel and merchandise store You can browse the latest styles of gear, including shirts, t-shirts, sweatshirts, outerwear, and more. The Yellow Jacket Apparel and Merchandise Store can be found at uwsyellowjackets.com/shop. Tell you, and over the years, I have quite a collection of old and new UWS gear. Got some good stuff. You gotta love it when the school comes together and they go all in on one brand. UWS sponsored through Under Armour and some great products there for sure, but a lot of good stuff there at the on the merchandise store. So we're going to get back to action here, 14-9 right now, St. Olaf leading. Serve to the back row. Holbein's a little bit off on the pass, but Sager will play it across, covered there. Back outside. Good dig there by Herring after the barrel roll. Play back across. That will be up here. It's back set. Down the line. Holbein out of the back row. That one down the line. That one's going to be out. Trying to go through to read those numbers. I almost need to be closer. We'll get there, though. Has Claude on the serve. That one dangerously close to being an illegal one, but a great dig there by Herring. And hanging in the air on that one is going to go long. No touch on it. That was going to be number 25. That is Marin Miller. She got some height on that one as they come back near side. That is going to be Van Scoy. Bader through the block. Last touch by Ryan out of play. And with that, the Jackets will get the point here, trailing 12-14. Colleen Claude, one of the seniors here on this Yellow Jacket squad, here on the serve. Pass up ahead. They go outside. Oh, what a dig. That's going to get out of play. Herring read it. As number 9, that was Krause on the kill. As Beckstrand will come in back to the front row. Back set. That through the block for Bader, and that will be down. Sydney Bader, the 5'9" junior from Milltown, go get the high fives along the bench as she rotates out. Jones will come back in. Blocked up front. That was Holbein that got a piece of that. Herring sets to the outside. Jones dug out of there. Blocked up front, and that's going to get out of play. Holbein and Hunter on the block attempt. As a side out here back to St. Olaf. They lead 16-13. That serve to the back row. Good pass from Herring. Sets up. That's Jones on the attempt, and that's going to hit the ceiling fans. And with that, be out of play. It'll be side out to the Jackets. Back to serve will be Maddie Hunter, the sophomore from Ramsey, Minnesota. A hard serve that will carry long and out of play. Question on the sideline. That is going to be down. Big kill on the outside. And substitution here. Coming back in will be Sager, as well as Gabby Schwartz. She is on the serve here, trailing 15-17. Knuckleball played there. Through the block. A lot of power coming there. That is number 22, Evelyn Kreft. Lauren Welch also back up in the front row here for St. Olaf. Back set. That one's going to get through the block, and that will be good for Holbein. McKenna Holbein, a sophomore from Holdingford, Minnesota. It's a good one now. She'll be even better coming up here. 2 more years. Rotation through. On the serve, a floating serve that comes to the back row. Bader through the block, and that will get out of play. Side out to the Jackets. Hunter will come back into the front row. Smith will rotate out. That pass up ahead. Chipped over, covered there by Schwartz. Herring on the back set. Bader just punched that one over, blocked up front. Herring on the cover. The backside, and that is going to hit the antenna for a Sager, and with that it will be a side out to St. Olaf. St. Olaf leading here 20-17. On the serve, that is Dory Hobby. Hunter, I don't think that one got above the tape. It did not. She pounded that one into the net. And with that, it'll be 21-17. Coach Dietrich will take that timeout. Have a moment to talk with the teams here. Coming up in the next hour, we got lots of stuff that will be going, but we do have the 1 o'clock tip-offs. That was UWS Club Hockey, which officially one of those club teams that been absorbed basically by the athletic department. Men's club soccer as well, another one of those on the beneficial side of that. It's a great thing. And so I think it's pretty cool to be able to put that kind of emphasis on, I guess you could almost call it a JV, but not really a JV, but really an opportunity for players to be able to play, hone their craft, maybe to make a move, or just to be able to continue playing at a higher level. But very cool that they're playing UW lacrosse. That one over at Westman Arena. That one just dropped puck at 1 o'clock. Women's basketball got underway. They're down in Carleton playing here today, as that serve will be played short there by Dory Hobby, and it will be a service there and side out here to the Jackets, who trail now 18-21 as Colleen Claude back on the serve. Right-handed serve, played right middle back. Herring will dig that one on a big hit. Back the other way. Jackets have that. No coverage there. A little miscommunication there by the Olies, and it'll be 19-21 as Claude will be on the next serve. Quick set. Boy, what a leaper. And with that, they come out of the back row for Bader. Plays that to the corner and dials up a perfect shot over midcourt on the sideline, and that will be good for another point to bring it back 20-21. And with that, St. Olaf will take the timeout here to regather. Try to settle down the run here by the Jackets. Fun volleyball at that. So for those families that are out watching from the Deer Shack, remember, can't yell out loud. Got to keep your quiet out there in the woods and contain yourselves out there. So at that, wish everybody well. A safe Minnesota gun season opener. A nice crowd on hand here today. Like I mentioned earlier, the Jackets celebrating their senior day today. And I had a nice little gift-giving piece there from the coaching staffs. But you think about the seniors that put in all this time and energy. I mean, you got Lizzie Schmidt, Gabby Schwartz, Colleen Claude, Ella Kappas, and Marina Sager are your seniors here for UWS over 4 years, and what they mean to a program, you know, then coming in and then through the years. And then it will be turned to what they do afterwards and listening to what they intend to do. A lot of players intend to coach. Opportunity here for a free play here for the Jackets. Back set by Claude, and that one in the back row, and that's going to be down for Jones. Unable to keep that in play. Checking in is going to be number 6, Lauren Welch. As she'll come into the back row. That short serve there was played by Welch, and that's going to be a big hit there coming from number 16. That's Holly Jelinek. We got power all across the front line there as well. As they take this here, 22-21. Knuckleball serve to the back. Claude sets it for Bader, a big hit, and that unable to contain that. There was Welch in the middle of the back row. On the serve will be Elena Wilberg. Wilberg plays that down the line. That one well played there by St. Olaf as they had to scramble last second. Pushed down the line, covered there by Ryan. Through the block, it will get down. That is number 2, Carly Beckstrand. Will take the lead here, 23-22. Coming into the front row will be Evelyn Kreft. That serve played there by Herring. Claude plays that out. That one down the line. What a great play. That was Holbein recognizing that one down the line. Brings it back. We're tied up here, 23s. Hunter on the serve. Plays that dead center. To the outside. Oh, rising up, that was Kreft. Will get the kill, and the side out, it'll be Ryan to serve. Morgan Ryan, a senior from Victoria, Minnesota. Back row, played there. Claude comes all the way back across for Holbein, left-handed. Now they set it again. That is going to be over the top as Beckstrand airmailed that one. Trying to get set on that one. I don't know that she really got set. It's a good thing for the Jackets as they're tied up now 24-24. On to serve is Gabby Schwartz. Plays that one down the far line. Tipped over, covered there by Schwartz. Herring back sets there for Holbein. Ryan was in the back covering. Beckstrand tips it, and Herring slides in. We might have somebody that might be down. Taking a moment here is, that is Sager. That is slow to rise. that might be well, I hate to say, but with that, it was herring that slid in on the cover, which came in sideways, which Sager taking a moment here to stretch it out, and training staff there as well. Okay, more of a scare is what that is, and she will come out. With that coming in will be Kendra Peterson. Will check in. Sager, a 6-foot senior from Stillwater, having a quick chat here with Coach Dietrich. She looks to be okay as she's walking down the sideline here. Trainer is going to talk with her a little bit. Oh, wow, that was caromed over and pushed at the last second. Oh, and then a big hit there by Kraft. Whew, she brings some heat. And that is going to be game for game number 1. A well-played game here, both sides. You can tell both sides having has some power up there in the front lines if everybody gets set and gets that opportunity. But this first one will go to St. Olaf, 26-24. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with game number 2 in just a moment. And back live here at the Mertz. Craig Morrissey bringing you the action. Evan over on tech. Logan will give him credit on camera as well. Thank these guys for doing their portion here within the Yellow Jacket TV broadcast. A lot of times it takes a lot of work. Like I said, we got a lot of different events going on today, so staff is kind of spread all over the place today. Social media pages will be a-buzzing today. But don't forget, you can tune in to Eye of the Swarm. It's the official podcast of Yellow Jacket Athletics. John Garver and the Big Sound Matt Johnson. You can listen to them throughout the year as they sit down with Yellow Jacket student athletes, coaches, and other guests. Eye of the Swarm is available on UWSYellowJackets.com/podcasts, as well as Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcasts. A lot of fun. I was on that a couple of years ago. It's a fun environment, and obviously John Garver and the Big Sound Matt Johnson both been around athletics for a long time here the Twin Ports, and especially here at UW Superior. Here we go, game 2 as we are underway. Quad has to keep that one alive. Played across there by Jones. That one using the body, played there by Herring. Oofta. That's some big hitting up front. That is going to be number 25, Marin Miller, the junior from Urbandale, Iowa, to get their first point. That will drift wide on the service there. Jackets will even it up here 1-1. On the serve will be Elena Wilberg. That one set, that is going to be put down there. That was number 9. That is Mesu Krause. Doolittle will check out, or Dooley, excuse me, will check out. That pass off the mark. Good hustle there by Claude, and with that, she is going to be across the line on that. And so with that, it'll be back here for the Olies here on the serve, leading 3-1. Hard serve there to the outside. Holbein has it blocked, and then it was tipped by Herring, and unable to get anybody else on it. Make it 4-1. Like watching Coach Dietrich too. 23rd season, still plenty of passion and lots of energy there, as that will get in for Caitlin Jones as she'll get the kill through the block up front. As back to serve will be Maddie Hunter on the serve. They set that, and that is going to be played there by Beckstrand. Come back near side, Kreft down the line. That Claude was backpedaling just enough and just outside the reach. Side out back to St. Olaf. Back to serve will be Morgan Ryan. Ryan on the serve. Back set Jones, partially blocked. Ryan sets. Kreft crossed. And with that, trying to move out of that and getting a piece of it there was Savannah Herring. That Kreft comes with some power. Ryan on the serve, 6-2. Back set, Jones blocked, ill played. They come back again, Kreft through the block. Kept alive, Holbein. Now Herring will play it across. Again through the block, that is going to be down. That is number 7, that is Dory Hobby. That will get that credit. So that'll make it 7-2 here. Right now with St. Olaf leading. And for those that need to keep track of everything, the best place to do that is to download Swarm Central. That's the official rewards and loyalty app of the Yellow Jackets. You get started and receive 200 points just for registering and 200 more for downloading the app. So a great way to get a jump start on that. But redeem your points in for cool prizes in the Swarm Central store. You can find Swarm Central in the Apple and Google stores today. Yeah, it's a cool way to do that. Plus, with the schedule on there, you get to keep up to date on all those home games. Because then you earn points every time you come here. You earn points just on checking into the app. See Jeffrey over there from KBGR. Didn't see Tom Hansen roll through yet, but with all the sports, I'm sure he'll be out there somewhere. UWS multimedia journalism major. Big part of that here, and especially here, the production side of things. A lot of cool stuff. 8-2 right now. St. Olaf here. Claude back set, pushed over by Jones, and Kreft was hanging there and will slam that one right back down on the slam dunk. Nine to 2. So Morgan Ryan on the serve, plays that to the back row. That was played there by Wilberg. Quick set, tipped over, covered by Herring, punched over by Holbein. Through the block, and that's going to land. Well, they're getting a 2,000 number over there, which would be Krause getting her 2,000th kill. Back set, Jones through the block, and that'll be blocked there by number 7. That was Dory Hobby. Hobby very active up here in this front line. Played here, Claude back set. Jones, and she'll get that through the block, and it'll be inside the back line. Jackets will get the much needed side out. As Schwartz back to serve here for the Yellow Jackets. Knuckleball serve, that caroms off the side, and with that it'll be a point here for the Yellow Jackets. Schwartz, good serve there, as that was right up front as Smith was up there guarding the top of the tape. Back-to-back points here now for the Jackets. And with that, we'll have a service error. So St. Olaf on the serve here, leading 12-5. Goes outside, Holbein dug out of the back row. That was dug out of there by Krause. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe that was assist for Krause, but she did hit the 2,000 mark. Back set on the slide, good block there by the Jackets, and with that, the St. Olaf unable to recover on that one. Sophie Saxon was down there trying to retrieve it. Holbein will have the ace here for the Jackets. Much needed point here as well. Trailing 8-12 here in game 2. Holbein on the serve. Saxon plays that over, blocked up front by Smith. Smith, the only blocker up on that particular one. Well, that'll bring it back here down by 3, trailing 9-12. So we'll have a timeout here and continue on our schedule here at 2 o'clock. So we're not far away from that. About 10 minutes away, and that will be UWS men are in the men's soccer UMAC championship. That against Bethany Lutheran. And the women are down south at Northwestern, both competing here at 2 o'clock for the UMAC championship in soccer. So good luck to both squads. Do one at home and one abroad, I guess you could say. 5 o'clock will be the National Bank of Commerce Tip-Off Classic. UWS will take on Marion at 5 o'clock. And then it will be men's hockey tonight at St. Olaf. So we get a little double St. Olaf dip here today. St. Olaf will be on the road here later today here for volleyball, as they'll be heading back across the bridge to take on MIAC opponent St. Scholastica, as this is quite the volley. Lots of tips and coverages. And they're going to say it was not played there by Schwartz. Schwartz was down there, tried to get the pancake out there to get that ball in the air. Well, it came more off the fingertips. That served to the back by Michaela Dooley, and that's going to be down for Smith. Smith, a couple big plays here. Savannah Herring back to serve here, trailing 10-13. That one popped in the air. They play it back here over the top. The lefty, that was there by Peterson, and then it will be put down. Schwartz trying to get that one back in the air, diving after it. As Hobby back to serve here for St. Olaf. Good pass. Schwartz back to Peterson, and that's going to be long. Just trying to take that over the top of the blockers. Will drift long. (15) serving 10. This is Dory Hobby. Pushed over, and good block there by St. Olaf. I think that was number 25, Marin Miller. That may have got a piece of that. Here's leading 16-10. Each with a timeout here yet. That one floats, played there by Bader, and that is Peterson that will get through the block, and it will carry him off of Saxon. Jackets will get the side out. Coming in will be Colleen Claude. Back to serve. Jones will come back into the front row. Claude down the line. Back set by Saxon. Played there. Claude will dig. They come back. Bader comes cross court, and that will be in. Jackets trailing here 12-16. Clean Claude. It's a pretty sophisticated ball spin there. Tipped over, covered there by Claude. Herring sets. Jones through the block, kept alive. Was kept alive by Claude that jumps over top of a player that was down. That one is going to carry him and go long. Hanging in the air on that one was number 25, Marin Miller. Jackets down by 3. Ryan's pass is there. Now they come back. Tipped across there by Jones. Great play. Now Herring gets that in the air. Now back to Bader off the tape, and that will fall in. He's got the near side in that front row covered. Now trailing 14-16. Clean Claude here on the serve for the Yellow Jackets. And then we'll have a service there. Now just kind of looking here too. There's a lot of action not only in sports going on, but there is a huge pickleball tournament going on next door over in the Dr. Lydia Thiering Fieldhouse. And wow, I don't know. I haven't seen that many pickleball courts set up in a long time, but pretty big competition going on over there right now. Blocked up front, kept alive. Played across by Holbein. Good scramble there by the Jackets. Blocked up front. Now they come back again down the line, and that's going to be out. Jackets putting the pressure on here. Now trailing by 2 as they get the side out, and coming in will be Wilberg. Lena Wilberg, a freshman from Anoka. Good knuckleball serve to the back row. Through the block, Herring will keep it alive. Claude sets, go back. That is going to be partially blocked. Quick set, that was blocked and then will fall in. Not much Herring could do on that one. Dooley will check out. Kreft will come back into the front row. That one will be coming across. So just watching, good effort there by Jones. Just tipped that one over with fingertips. Quick set up front from Hunter, and she'll get that down. Maddie Hunter showing the power on the quick set there from Claude. Bring them back within 2. The theatrics that are going on here with the St. Olaf bench. They were just mimicking a softball pitch and swing. Blocked up front, kept alive by Hunter, and Holbein gets it there, and they're going to say it was a double hit. Good effort there by Holbein, diving to the stands over that way. It's called a double hit on that transfer line, trying to slide that across. Ball's carrying around. Kreft will play it across. Wilbert, good pass up front. Jones. That one off the net, unable to save it as Ryan got that one in the air, played it off the net. So with that, 17-19 as Schwartz is back to serve. Back set, they punch that over. That was Beckstrand. Beckstrand puts that in the air. Now they come back. Kreft. That one through the block and will carry him straight down. As they'll get the side out here and go up 20-17. Saxon on the serve to the back row. They go outside. Holbein blocked up front. Holbein again, now down the line. There's a lot of hits over there as that was ping-ponging around. Ultimately, it'll be too many hits, and Holbein will be back to serve here for the Yellow Jackets. Quick set for Kreft. Dug there by Herring. Oh, Bader bringing some power. Again, finding a home here just behind that front line on the opposite side of the court. 19-20, Jackets are clawing. Smith almost got a piece of it, but it'll get just over the top of her. Nobody able to cover behind. So with that, we'll have a side out here to St. Olaf, leading by 2, 21-19 here in game number 2. Dooley on the serve. Big hit, that one inside the back line, the side out to the Jackets. That is Sydney Bader. Bader coming to play here. A couple big hits here in the last 4 points. Herring knuckleball to the back row. Saxon sets. Holy moly, was that up in the air for number 7. That was Dory Hobby. She's got some hops. She'll be back to serve here as they'll take the lead 22-20. Hobby just kind of rose above everyone on that, but here's the serve. Short gets that in the air. Peterson cross court. That one off the net, unable to be played there by Kreft. And it'll be a side out to the Jackets here with the opportunity to tie this up here. Trailing 21-22. Colleen Claude back to serve. Good serve to the back row. They back set. That is going to carry them off on the opportunity. That kill going to number 16, Holly Jelinek. Coach Dietrich will take time to take a timeout. So those other games going to be just getting ready to get rolling here as the 2 o'clock hour comes to the top. That means both soccer games are underway right now. Women's basketball in action already, and same with the club hockey against lacrosse in action. Like I said, good action here. This first game, 26-24, went to St. Olaf. Right now, the St. Olaf leading here in game 2, 23-21. Showcasing some big hitters on both sides. Kind of one of those you think they just not going to get any harder, and then they hit it even harder. Game of volleyball has sure changed over the years, that is for sure. But I think so have the athletes. So as we get set here, we'll get ready to go. St. Olaf here on the serve. As that one will carry them off to the side here by Bader. Now this gives an opportunity here for St. Olaf here, 24-21, to capture game 2. On the serve, Bader gets that play back, now pushes it to the corner. Dooley will dig it. Krause, that one partially blocked. Come back, blocked up front, kept alive and unable to get over. And with that, this one here will go final 25-21. So with that, we got a few minutes here. We'll take a quick audio break here on UW Jacket TV as we are watching St. Olaf and UW Superior. We'll be back right after this. And we're back here at the Mertz, and we get set for game number 3. Right now, St. Olaf winning both of those, 26-24, 25-21. Both competitive games for sure. Jackets will be back on the right-hand side here in the all-black. St. Olaf obviously will be on the left in the gray. Big day here for senior day here for the Yellow Jackets. The only problem is, as seniors, you know that time is getting short. And you start having those senior days, and you know those careers are coming closer to an end. And you know, as a parent of college athletes and one that just graduated, in some cases, you know, high school sports are always a lot of fun, and because that's where you come in with a lot of long time history, because you grow up with all those kids and the parents and all that stuff too, right? College is a little bit different. Just everybody knows, and the parents become really close friends, and the traveling and all that stuff that come. And I don't know what's harder, if it's, you know, senior high school or a senior in college. It's kind of a whole different level. That one blocked up front, and Dooley diving. Ooh, look out. Picked up speed as she was on the floor over there. But that will carry him out, and Jackets will take the lead here in game number 3. 1-0, Colleen Claude here on the serve. Line drive, Dooley off to the side. They go across court. Bader blocked, and he'll get out of play. Jackets up 2-0. Yeah, for me, I would say that first one is definitely in college was a tough one. Knowing that whole grind is over, but now watching him do some coaching and all that stuff and applying in different ways, pretty rewarding. That one in the air, that one's going to be blocked by Bader, as well as Maddie Hunter will get up there. Jackets jump out to a 3-0 lead. That was Claude. Dug there by Holbein, and that was Bader trying to catch up to that one, as it must have taken a weird spin or something. As they share a laugh with each other down there on the floor. Good reenactment there, Sydney. She was just describing what she was doing, why she didn't even get there in time. Good play by Jones to keep that alive. That is going to be Krause that will find a hole and exploit it, as that one inside the back line. They come back within one. Quick set for Hunter, and it'll be inside the back line. And good kill, good set. Getting down low on that one was Claude. Lena Wilberg back to serve. That one through the block. Herring will get that one up. Claude comes back. Holbein in the middle will get that down. Jackets go up here 5-2. Some fight here today. Wilberg on the serve. That one dropped. It'll be an ace for Wilberg. There we go. Jumping out to a 6-2 lead here. No time to take the foot off the gas. Wilberg's serve goes back. Ryan has that. Arm saved there by number 3, Paige Christofferson. That one will go wide and out of play from Jones. He is side out to St. Olaf. Substitutions and coming in, Lauren Welch will come in. Coming back into the front row will be Kreft. Welch on the serve, Holbein. They go back to Holbein as that will go played there by Ryan, partially blocked. Wilberg to Claude. Jones through the block up front, and with that, the Power will get it to fall. Get the point here, 7-3. Hunter back to serve. Played that deep to the back row. Whew, dug out of there by Colleen Claude. Holbein cross court in front of Ryan, and that is down. 8-3. What a dig there by Colleen Claude. Maddie Hunter on the right-handed serve. Long pass. That's going to be right up. And a lift is going to be called. And that's going to be enough for Alicia Wood in her second season, as she'll call a timeout to have a chat to settle down her squad here for St. Olaf. And the Jackets with the lead here, 9-3. Again, coming up tonight at 5 o'clock, UWS men's basketball will tip off in the National Bank of Commerce Tip-Off Classic. The NBC Tip-Off Classic. Yep, that's right, National Bank of Commerce, one of the great sponsors here of UWS athletics. But also all the youth, high school, boards, programs, social events. They are a huge community partner, and so if you're out and about, you find any NBC employee, tell them thank you. And but they're the ones that take care of the pregame shows, as well as many of the other things. And a lot of that kind of goes back to a long history from folks from NBC that have attended school here and believe in the education as well as the athletics portion of it. So I was glad that all continues today. 9-3 Jackets with the lead. Hunter on the serve. Now blocked up front, and that will get out of play. That was Kreft on the kill attempt. So Morgan Ryan on the serve. As that one will carry him long. Holbein a little dance there in the corner to let that one get by. Coming back into the front row will be Kendra Peterson. I'd like to see Sager get back out there. I haven't seen her in the shift yet. Maybe she has. That one is going to be out there from Beckstrand. She rolled that off the outside of her hand. Back set, Beckstrand again. Herring plays it, and that's going to hit the antenna, and it will be out of play, so it will be a point back to St. Olaf. They make all their substitutions. Van Skoy will be back out into the front row. Saxon on the serve. Smith attempt was blocked. That one off the tape, get over top of the block, and they'll be covered here. Herring sets. Holbein on that one off the block, covered in the back. Van Skoy will have that, Van Skoy will put that one into the net. So with that, it'll be Holbein back to serve here for the Jackets, leading 12-5. She had to take a moment there just to take a deep breath. Set dug there by Herring. Great dig. Bader across court, and that'll be dug out of there by Ryan. These liberos defensive specialists are doing some business out there today. Van Scoy, that one gets in the air. He couldn't get the third one to play it over. Holbein with a lot of laughs and giggles out there, so. So with that, 12-6, it will be Michaela Dooley on the serve. Quick set. Smith with the kill attempt. Dug there by St. Olaf, and that one will go wide. Side out back to the Jackets. As Maddie Hunter will come back up to the front row, along with Peterson and and Bader. Quick set, punched over, picked up there by Herring. Ryan gets that one up in the air. That was a double hit, wasn't it not? Maybe not. That one pounded back by Bader. No reason to ask, but I thought Ryan got that one. Popped it straight in the air. I don't recall that somebody else touched it. Herring on the serve. They're leading 14-6. Van Scoy plays that one over. Quick slide. Oh, good play there by Gabby Schwartz. Slide that one over out in the campfire ring out there. Herring puts a little power behind that one. Played by Ryan. They go outside through the block and then will go out of play. They'll get the side out. Marin Miller will come back into the front row. Dory Hobby back to serve here for the Olies. Quick set. Hunter goes near side. Pulled out of there by Saxton. Van Scoy. That one's close to the net and dug out of there nicely. Herring got a piece of that. Van Scoy again through the block, and that will get out of play. Eight to 15 is Hobby here on the serve. Like I said, a nice crowd here today despite all the things going on. Saxon will get that dig. Now they play it across, and that's going to go down. That's Krause on the kill. She's got that weird, I won't say it's weird, but she has a very different, it's like she's almost like a pitcher that's hiding his pitch, and you can't pick up the ball right away, like to decide where she's going. As Bader will put that one into the tape and back, and so with that, it'll be back here to St. Olaf now, trying to cut down on this lead. They got it down to 5, 10 serving 15. Hobby on the serve. Bader plays that across. Julie sets Van Scoy, they go back corner, and that will be just wide. It was a good look. So a little bit of a run here now by St. Olaf here. They cut it to 4, 11 to 15. Good pass forward. Big hit there. That was Peterson that will get the side out here for the Jackets. A much needed one here to keep this lead. Now back to 5. Jones will come in along with Claude. Claude will be back to serve here for the Yellow Jackets. Outside, that one blocked Vanskoy blocked up front again. And that one's going to get the net. Back-to-back block attempts as Maddie Hunter going to the left side, back to the middle. Getting the hands on those blocks. All that work up front's needed. Dooley got that one in there. Back set. Vanskoy got that one pushed up. Bader goes cross court, and that will be wide. So it'll be a side out back to St. Olaf as Paige Christofferson will come back in, along with Carly Beckstrand. Beckstrand to the front row. Played across, quick set. That is Hunter. Dooley gets that one in the air. They go outside, blocked up front, and Krause will get that one to fall on the Jacket side. Cut it back to 4, 13 serving 17. It's kind of the second one today that Bader had that kind of get stuck in the fingertips as she shakes that one out a little bit. Jackets will take a timeout, and while we're taking this timeout again, just want to remind you that you can find all the apparel and other pieces that you can find at the Yellow Jackets merchandise store. You can go online and find that at uwsyellowjackets.com/shop. Or you can stop in, just go to the Jacket Union when you're on campus. Do that shopping in person. Definitely some cool stuff. The Jacket Union is definitely a place you got to check out too. So when you're on campus, got to take a walk over there and find out. People have heard, and I've said for years that this is not the same old UW Superior that people once thought about. A lot of these buildings have been redone, new buildings, new fields, got more coming. I think there's more housing that is in talks. I don't know. There's a lot of great stuff. It's pretty exciting living in town here and having that stuff all happening. Great save in the back there by Holbein. As they go outside, Krause will have that, and it'll be blocked. It will go out of play. So Christofferson here on the serve, now trailing by 2. Holbein lets that one go, and it'll be Christofferson on the ace. Got their fans standing up over there cheering on the ace. Now trailing by 1. Outside, big hit there by Bader. Bader's been playing well here today. Her 2 mishaps that she had were both off the fingertips. And I'm not one to criticize because I don't know that I'd even be able to make one of those even have the opportunity. As Wilberg on the serve. Big hit, that one long. Yep. Big hit there coming from Beckstrand. That will go just long. They go down the line. Keeping that in play. Beckstrand blocked up front by Hunter. Free play. That was a big play there by Beckstrand. That was a free play there for the Jackets. Brought that one right to the campfire ring on that standpoint, and they got it, and it'll be a side out. Lauren Welch back to serve here for the Olies. Trailing 17-19. That one kind of died there as it come in. That one's going to be long by Jones. Jones, a good placement there. St. Olaf now trailing by 1 on the serve. Played there by Holbein. They come back to Holbein through the block. Got in the air by Christofferson. That one dug. Swung at it. Oh, watch out. Claude was diving through. Holbein's knee was swinging through on her follow-through. Whew. That could have been terrible. New ball game. We're tied up 19-19. Jackets at 1 point led 12-5. It's been a battle back and forth. Claude keeps that one alive. Herring underneath, waiting, trying to dig that one out of the net. St. Olaf will now take the lead 20-19. That's how big the front rows have been on blocks and kills all day today. Holbein goes to the back row. Ryan gets that in the air. Big hit by Kreft. Holbein over the top, blocked, and it's going to fall in for the Jackets side out. Herring will come out. Smith will come back into the front row. That ball in the air. Comes back. That one's going to hit the net. And it'll be a point here for St. Olaf. 21-20. Sign out here, Morgan Ryan. As Holbein will kind of step in on that one on the side. And that will carry him into the floor. And with that, Coach Dietrich will take a moment, take a timeout here. Here as St. Olaf has now kind of come up here leading 22-20. Yeah, the NBC tip-off tonight here at Mertz Gymnasium, and got 3 other teams coming into town, as should be another good one. He's here, one of these folks that really loved this way back in the day was Bruce Thompson. And Bruce, I had a chance to work with him for many years. He was a great guy. We lost him a few years ago, and definitely the community sure felt that. But it's a great thing that UWS continues to do the Tip-Off Classic, as does the National Bank of Commerce. Continue to sponsor that. That's great. And it's always a great tournament here too. At the beginning of the season, kind of get that atmosphere for basketball, switching into those winter sports. So that 22-20 our score here, as Morgan Ryan on the serve. Clean quad plays that back, tipped over and unable to keep it in. He had 5 of the 6 players on the floor there for St. Olaf there at one moment. So with that coming in will be Gabby Schwartz. Schwartz here on the serve, trailing by 1. Now it comes back, and that is going to be a big hit there from number 2, Carly Beckstrand. It's tough when a big hitter can be there and nobody's there on a block, just because that's on a scramble play. And St. Olaf up by 2, 23-21. Comes back Holbein, and that one's going to be just wide. (24-21). Not only game, but set point here, as that one will go long for Saxon. Give the Jackets an opportunity here. Bader comes back into the front row. So Peterson, Smith, and Bader here front line. Saxon goes out. Ooh. That is going to be a big hit by Evelyn Kreft. Kreft, just a junior out of Becker, Minnesota. Ooh. That is a big hit, and that's the way St. Olaf is going to finish this one off, is with power. 25-22, they will win this 3-0. They, as in St. Olaf, will go to 24-7, while UWS will go to 20-11. Not that that affects much in the way of conference and playoff implications go, because with that, St. Olaf has already clinched the number 1 seed for the MIAC. UWS will be set to play on Wednesday. That will be right here on Yellow Jacket TV on Wednesday. That is a 7 o'clock first serve. And so with that, you'll have to be able to tune in here the rest of the way. Like I said, you can download that Swarm Central app to be able to make sure you know when all of these home games are being played, to be able to keep up on all that stuff, to earn your points along the way. But again, this one here, a pretty big day here for the seniors. Obviously here on home court, always a good one to have towards the end of the season. Probably not the way you wanted to go, but nonetheless, very competitive here. 26-24, 25-21, 25-22. And so with that, I think a pretty well played, and nothing that anybody's going to hang their head on that standpoint. Both sides big hitters, both came to play on that standpoint. So just looking across the way, it looks like you got Ryan over there at 2,000 digs, it looks like, if I'm not reading those signs correctly. That's Morgan Ryan, so congratulations to her. That's a pretty big accolade there as well. But I think that's going to do it for us. Logan, who had to vacate early to get over to the soccer championship. Evan is going to head over there that way as well. He's waiting. He's got his track shoes on, ready to head over there. And I keep yakking. So with that, we're going to call this one a good one. Tonight, well, first, switch over, watch some soccer, watch another championship game here by the men's soccer team. And then back here at 5 o'clock again for the tip-off of the NBC Tip-Off Classic, as the Jackets will take on Marion. So for myself, Craig Morrissey, for Evan and Logan, thank you for tuning in here today. Congratulations to those seniors. And we'll see you next time right here on Yellow Jacket TV.